it's Ed, PinPoint Peep Sight again, here to show you how to install the peep sight. For those of you that want to install it yourself, this will be very handy, and even if you're wanting to take it to your pro shop, I've had a lot of pro shops ask me what is the proper way to install a peep sight. So hopefully this video helps everybody. Okay, now once your string's been divided in half equally and you have your peep sight in there where you need it, you'll actually want to slide it down probably 1/8 of an inch. I'll get into that a little bit more and I'll show you why. But you have two strings of serving. One is 15 inches, one is 30 inches. The 30 inch will be what I use to serve the top. The 15 inch will be what I use to tie the bottom together a little bit. And of course, your tubing, I usually cut the tubing about 14-15 inches long. Okay? Alright, to get started here, let's just tie this on. The only thing I do is just double knot it to get it started. I'll cut that excess off there. You don't have to melt that down, but I do. And just start wrapping it. I'll try to speed this up. Now this is an older string. As you can tell, it's not wrapped like all your newer strings, but all my strings on all of our bows in the household and friends and everybody else that I know has already been installed with the PinPoint Peep Sight. But this is an old bow I had, and I wanted to show you all how to install it. So now that I'm down there, I'll slide this down there and tighten it up. You can see it brought my string back together there. And just keep wrapping it about every 3 or 4 turns as you're working it down. Tighten it up. Try to make this as quickly as possible to show you. Now, of course, if you have any questions, you can always email me or send me a message on Facebook. I'll try to help you out the best I can. When I'm in the woods, it may be a delay on getting back to you, but I will definitely get back with you as soon as possible. Okay, now we're getting down here close. When you get within about 1/8 of an inch, like I was referring to begin with, about from here to there, that's why I wanted you to push it down this way a little bit farther than what you actually need it, because we're going to make sure this is very secure on here where it won't slide down on you. And then we're going to scoot it up there that 1/8 of an inch and it'll be in the right spot. Now, what you're going to do now when you come on this back side, you're going to take the end of your serving and go in between there. But you want to make sure you go in through the back. Make sure everything's still in line there. And once you've went through the middle there, you want to go right along the side here. On the wrong side. You want to go around on this side. And you'll be right along the edge of it. You're going to pull it down through there. And it's going to go down in that groove for you eventually. Then you're going to bring it around across the top here into this groove. Now before you pull it tight, you want to get your string back through there again. That's where the tweezers come in handy. Sometimes. Just make sure it's lined up there, going across the top, coming around, right along the edge there. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull that, now that you got that serving all the way around it, you're going to push it up there tight against what you just served. And then you're going to wrap it around your serving, like one time, maybe two, but one time's probably sufficient. What you're wanting to do is work your serving back up to the very top of where you started. Because what's that doing? It's tying everything together. This cannot slide down no matter what kind of poundage you're shooting. If you're shooting lower poundage, you're really not going to have to worry a whole lot about it. Myself, I shoot 70 pounds. It could possibly work down there a little bit, but I have not had that problem since I've tied it in this way. But just go back around the string again, just like you was serving it down. Serve it back up, and you don't have to go very many rounds, 4, 5, 6, something like that, and then tie it off. Okay, now you're good and secure. And you see you got plenty of extra string, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Like I said, you don't have to do this either, but I just like to keep it from fraying that way. And then on the bottom section with your 15-inch, you really don't even need to tie it, but I just like bringing the strings back together. To me, it just makes them a little bit stronger, in my opinion. But you don't want to go too far up on the peep sight to block any of your window when you're looking through there. Didn't tie that one good enough. Another good thing to do is just leave that a little bit long. Start wrapping it and just wrap it in, and then cut it off later once you already served it around. Like I said, I'm just tying this enough to tie it. Okay, and like I said, here at the bottom, you don't want to serve it up there very far. See, I got a good distance there. You don't want to mess up your window or take away any of your visual through there. So I just serve it together, maybe 1/4 of an inch right there, and then tie it up. And then the only thing you got left is putting your tubing on. Now a lot of you'll just tie your tubing onto your string there, and that'll work, but you have to have just enough pressure on your string so that it doesn't turn your peep sight to the side. So what I've done, and I've found with putting these on, I found a hole or whatever on the bow frame itself and tied it onto the bow frame and kept it directly centered. It helps you a lot more. So your tubing's a couple inches longer. It's no big deal. I'd rather have it right than worry about if it's a couple inches longer. This tubing here was 14 inches. I usually cut them around 14, 15 inches every time. And if it's too long, you can always trim it up a little bit. But you can't add any more to it. Slip it on there, and you are ready to go. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.